In this lab video, you'll work with a batch processing data flow and use data observability to monitor its job run. You'll first run the data flow, create a job run duration alert, configure an email notification, trigger the alert, and then follow the alert through investigation, acknowledgement, and resolution. Let's begin by opening the Data Observability Course Lab project in IBM Watson X. Data Integration. From the navigation menu, select View All Projects under the Project section, and then open the Data Observability Course Lab project. From the project assets, locate Retail Sales Data Stage Flow and open it. The batch processing canvas opens, and you can see the data flow. Notice that the flow currently doesn't have a source stage. Let's add the Retail Sales Data Asset CSV that we'll use as the source for this lab. Click Add Assets to Canvas, select Data Asset, choose the Retail Sales Data CSV file, and click Add. The data asset is now added to the canvas. To connect it to the existing flow, drag the open end of link 1 onto the source stage we just added. With the source connected, save the data flow. You can verify that the save was successful by checking the timestamp displayed in the toolbar. Next, compile the data flow to make sure it is ready to run. Click Compile to continue. A green Compile Successful message confirms that the data flow compiled successfully. Now let's run the data flow. Click Run to start. After a short wait, the run completes successfully. You can also see the number of records processed through the different links in the data flow. You may notice a with warning status for this data flow. This is expected for this lab and does not indicate a failure. The data flow completed successfully and processed all the expected records. Now that we've successfully run the batch processing data flow, let's open Data Observability and configure monitoring for the job run. From the left navigation panel, right-click on the Data Observability and open link in New tab. The Data Observability dashboard opens in a new browser tab. Before creating our alert, let's take a quick look at the Data Observability dashboard. The dashboard provides an overview of your monitored workloads and alerts. Since this is the first time you're accessing data observability in the provided lab environment, your dashboard may initially appear empty. That's expected. Now let's create an alert to monitor the run duration of our batch job. Click New Alert. Data Observability provides several alert types, including job run state, job run duration, job run SLA, and metric-based alerts. For this lab, select Job Run Duration and continue. Next, we'll select the batch job that we want to monitor. In the Workspaces panel, select Data Observability Course Lab. Then, from the list of available jobs, select Retail Sales Data Stage Flow. Data Stage Job. The summary panel confirms that one job is selected. Click Add Assets to associate this job with the alert. We're now on the Define Asset and Condition screen. For this lab, we'll use a % deviation condition. Set the duration baseline value to 20 seconds and the % deviation to 25%. We're using these values specifically for this learning scenario so that we can easily demonstrate the alert and notification workflow. In a production environment, you would determine an appropriate baseline by considering the normal run duration of the job and then define a suitable deviation threshold. The run duration trend provides a visual representation of the job's execution time and the configured threshold. With our condition defined, click Next to continue. Next, we'll provide the details for the alert. Enable Suppress repeated alerts to prevent the same condition from generating repeated notifications. Enter a meaningful name for the alert and provide a description that explains what the alert is monitoring. Click Next to configure the alert receiver. Now we're on the Assign Alert Receiver screen. Configuring an alert receiver is optional. As you can see, no alert receiver has been configured yet. Let's configure one for this alert. An alert receiver determines who should be notified when the alert is triggered. Data observability supports several receiver types, including email, Slack, Microsoft Teams, PagerDuty, and custom webhooks. For this lab, we'll use an email receiver. Provide a name for the alert receiver, then enter the email address where you want to receive the notification. Select Test Email Connection to verify that the email address can receive notifications. Once the test succeeds, click Next. Since we're creating our first alert, there are no existing alerts listed in the alert definition window. For now, click Create to continue. Back on the Assign Alert Receiver screen, you can now see the alert receiver we just created. Click the Email drop-down list and select the receiver. Verify that the email receiver appears under selected alert receivers. Click Create to finish configuring the alert. The alert is now created and appears under the Defined Alerts tab. Let's verify that our new alert is active. On the Defined Alerts tab, locate the alert we just created. This confirms that Data Observability is now configured to monitor the selected batch job run. Now that the alert is configured, let's trigger it by running the batch processing data flow again. Return to the data flow in watsonx.data integration. Select Run and wait for the data flow to complete. The data flow completes successfully. Data Observability now evaluates the job run against the condition we configured. Next, let's check the email inbox associated with our alert receiver. You should receive an email containing details about the batch processing job and the condition that triggered the alert. You can access the corresponding Data Observability alert by clicking the alert name in the email. This demonstrates the proactive monitoring workflow. Instead of continuously checking job runs for potential issues, Data Observability can notify the appropriate individual or team when a defined condition requires attention. In a production environment, these notifications can be routed to the appropriate operations or on-call team, allowing them to begin investigating the issue promptly. Now let's return to Data Observability and review the triggered alert. Select Triggered Alerts and locate the alert for the batch job. The alert details provide information about the alert, including its name, severity, current status, and other relevant details. From here, you can review the alert and begin investigating the condition that caused it to trigger. Once you've started investigating the issue, acknowledge the alert. Acknowledging the alert indicates that someone is actively working on it and helps the team distinguish alerts that are being investigated from those that have not yet been addressed. After investigating the alert and addressing the underlying issue, click Mark Resolved. The status now changes from Acknowledged to Resolved, and the alert moves out of the Open Alerts to Resolved Alerts. Resolving alerts helps keep the list of open alerts meaningful and gives the team visibility into which issues have already been addressed. Let's recap what we've accomplished in this lab. We opened the batch processing data flow, connected the retail sales data CSV as the source, and ran the data flow in watsonx.data integration, verifying that the job completed successfully. We then opened Data Observability and created a job run duration alert for the batch job. We configured a 25% deviation condition and assigned an email alert receiver. Next, we ran the data flow again, triggered the alert, and confirmed that the email notification was delivered. Finally, we reviewed the triggered alert, acknowledged it, and marked it as resolved. You've now completed the lab and experienced the end-to-end workflow for observing a batch job with Data Observability. In the provided lab environment, take the opportunity to perform these steps yourself and practice configuring and responding to a batch job run alert. Thanks for watching.